this is how to sow and grow aubergines. Now we're very used to the standard purple aubergines that you see in the supermarket, but actually this fruit comes in all manner of shapes, sizes and colours. From very long and thin to bite size to green, you can even get orange ones. Now, aubergines is a crop that some people really struggle with, and the key to success with aubergines really is an early start. Now, if you're going to start early though, you need to be able to use artificial light and heat. And we have a whole separate video on that I strongly recommend you check out. It takes the mystery out of it. It sounds very complicated, it can sound a little bit scary, but it's really not, and it can really enhance your harvest on heat-loving crops like aubergines. Now these are plants that are going to get quite big quite quickly, and they put on a lot of root growth very fast. So what you want to do is sow them ideally either in individual pots or a larger module tray like this where they've got some growing room. And then as soon as roots start to appear out of the bottom of the module tray or the bottom of the pot, you're going to want to start potting them on. So to sow aubergine seed, take your pot or your module tray and fill it up with compost until it's about 1/2 centimetre from the top. You can pat it or press it down lightly, but don't really push it in there. You don't want that soil to become compacted. Now, although aubergine seeds are quite small, they're relatively easy to get hold of, and it's worth taking the time to individually sow them in pots or module trays rather than the pricking out method. You'll be glad that you did it because they grow quite fast. Now what I like to do is take 2 seeds per pot, and I just put them on the surface of the soil, and I put them a little way apart. Now you may get just one of these germinating, and by sowing 2 seeds at a time you give yourself a higher rate of getting a germination in every single pot. But it means if both seeds germinate and you want to, you can easily prick out one of the plants, pot it into a separate pot, and you've got an extra aubergine plant. So once you put your 2 seeds per pot or per module, just get a tiny bit of compost and sprinkle it on top so that they are just covered. They don't need to be pushed down and sown deep. So then water and put them somewhere where they're going to be nice and warm. They need high temperatures to germinate, so you might find that putting the seed trays on a heat mat really helps with germination levels. So within a couple of weeks, your seedlings are going to start popping up. Once they get to around 15 to 20 centimetres high, I recommend starting to feed them. Now, you're going to want to use an organic-based liquid feed. This is food, it's going into your body, so you don't want to be using chemicals. So go for an organic-based feed, something like a liquid seaweed feed, which is really, really easy to get hold of. And you're going to want to go for 1/4 strength. Don't make it the full strength on the packet. 1/4 strength, so you're going really, really weak, and you want to feed them roughly every 2 weeks. Pests that you're going to want to watch out for on aubergines are aphids, they love them, and also red spider mite. Now, if you need to conquer either of those, you will find biological controls that will deal with that. That's basically another animal that eats the pest. Then it's just a case of keeping your plants somewhere nice and warm and protected until it comes to the point where you can plant them out. And these are very frost tender plants, so make sure you are well past the point of any risk of frost before you let these plants outside. And aubergines you are always going to succeed more with growing them under cover, so that's a greenhouse or a polytunnel. You can grow them outside, but just remember they are massively heat loving plants, so the more heat you can give them, ideally under cover, the better they're going to do for you. So if you want to give aubergines a go, we have an ever-growing range of really interesting aubergines in our seed range, so check them out at shegrows veg.com.